Hello, everybody. Jay Hunter Lee here, and welcome to our Monday Motivational Power Talk. Let's get started. Okay, folks, if it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Good evening, folks. Thank you. Thank you for joining. This is our Monday Motivational Power Talk. We do this each and every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless there's something in my schedule that permits me from doing it, and then I will probably make this event up later in the week. So I want to thank you guys for stopping in. I want to talk to you guys about something that's very, very important. And I want to give a shout out to Stephanie Wynn, who is live, not live, but she is watching right now. I don't know who else is watching until you guys comment or something like that. So thank you guys for stopping in. And here's what I do want to talk about. And as you guys know the topic, you probably see it on the live stream. The topic is growth come from mind stipulation. Stimulation. I don't know why I keep putting a P in there. Mind stimulation, folks. And most people are not stimulating their mind. They're not stimulating their mind. They're not having conversations with people that will stimulate their mind. You know, a lot of females I see always want to meet a guy that can stimulate their mind, you know, or they always want to have a conversation with someone that can stimulate their mind, right? So why is that? Because people want to grow in life. People want to be able to get further in life. People want to be able to have dialogue with people that's going to challenge their thinking. But let me tell you something. There are a lot of people, there are more people than not, who don't want to have their thoughts to be challenged, their belief system to be challenged. That's why they don't go through mind stipulation. Mind stipulation. And with that being said, folks, you know, like I tell you, people aren't willing to grow because they're comfortable where they are, and that's fine. But see, when you're comfortable where you are, don't complain about it. Don't make gestures as if you wish things were better for you. Jim Rohn said once, the only way things will get better for you is when you get better. So you have to commit to being better. And in order for that to happen, you have to grow mentally. You have to grow mentally. Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. So, but it all starts in the mind. Guess what? Guess what? Poverty and prosperity both come from the same place. Let me repeat that. Poverty and prosperity both come from the same place. What am I going at here? The mind. Everything that is physical comes from a non-physical place. Everything that is manifested in this physical realm started in the spiritual realm. The clothes you wear, the house you live in, the car you drive, the equipment we're working with. All of this came from a non-spiritual place, from a non-physical environment or realm. And that's from the thinking. And it was manifested in the physical aspect, in the physical being, in the physical realm. See, we are spiritual people housed in a spiritual body, in a physical body, folks. So mind stimulation. You got to stimulate the mind. You stimulate the mind by doing some of the most important things that we can ever do. And we all done it in grade school. What did we do in grade school? We read. We read books. We were forced to read. We were forced to read, folks. Now, the books we read, we had no control over that. But as an adult, you have control over what you read because now you have to school yourself. You have to be self-made. A gentleman by the name of Earl Nightingale, he perfectly said this. We're all self-made. but only the successful will admit it. To see the ones who are not successful are not willing to admit they're self-made. They'll blame all of their troubles, their circumstances on someone else, yet take responsibility for what goes on with them in their own life. And in order for them to take responsibility, folks, they have to admit it, they have to acknowledge it, they have to accept it. And once they accept it, that's where the growth starts. Because as you accept it, you start to wonder, how can you be better? You start to wonder, how can you do this business better? You start to wonder, how can you play this football game or whatever game, basketball game? How can you do these things better? It calls for mind stimulation. It starts with a dialogue with someone who is better than you, someone who can take you to another level, someone who can help you grow where you have been in denial in the past. Because some people just know everything. Some people just don't want to understand that, hey, the way you've been doing things all this time does not work. All this time have not worked. Why do you think God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth? It's because we're supposed to listen more than we talk. People are willing to cut people off when they're trying to tell them something. You're interrupting people when they're trying to talk to you. Or you're too busy thinking of a comeback statement to their statement. So if you're thinking of a comeback statement, that means you're not even receiving the data that they're trying to put into you. They're trying to share with you. Now, whether the data is good for you or not, still listen to it. That's how you engage. You don't engage by cutting people off. You don't engage by thinking of a comeback statement to their statement. Listen to them. Let it process. Because if you can't do that, folks, then your ego will dominate the conversation. 100% of the time, your ego will dominate the conversation. So therefore, you will not have mind stimulation. They can't penetrate your mind because you got this wall up. And you know what that wall called? Pride, ego. A wise man by the name of Dr. Willie Jolly, he know what he said years ago. He said, don't let your pride spoil your prosperity. The term poor. What does the acronym for poor? What is the acronym for poor? P-O-O-R. You know what it is? Passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's the acronym for poor. Why does that happen? Why do people pass over opportunities? When I say opportunities, I'm not saying, hey, there's an opportunity for you to make a whole lot of money here, so you pass that opportunity up. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say opportunities, I'm talking about the opportunity to grow yourself, the opportunity to get better. Once you do these things, once you grow, folks, once you grow in here, when you grow your core, your soul, everything around you will start to grow. Your money, you will get more money. You will get better friends. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough said, if you're the smartest person in your group, you need to find a new group. Because that means the people in your current group does not stimulate your mind. They do not challenge you to think. The mainstream media does not stimulate your mind. The mainstream media is telling you how you're supposed to think. That's why people are walking around here like robots. Because the mainstream media is training you how they want you to think. You're not being a self-thinker. You're not being a free thinker. So therefore, you can't stimulate your own mind. Because you got the TV on too damn much. You put too many hours in watching TV. You spend no time studying, reading. I've had people try to tell me, man, you saying all this, you need to do some research. Bro, you just don't know. You just don't know. It's my research is the reason why I got a mega $1 trillion project getting ready to kick off soon overseas. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying it to impress upon you that stimulating your mind is the key to your growth, folks. You got to be willing. Like let me tell you what Les Brown said, and he's been saying this for many, many years. He said you have to be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. And where does that start? It starts with mind stimulation. You got to read. You got to study. And let me tell you the most important part to all of this. You have to invest in your education. You have to invest in your education. What do I mean by investing in your education? I'm not talking about researching and studying by going on fucking Google. You got to go to the library. You got to spend money on some books, or you got to go to the bookstore, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million. You got to go to these places and get books. I got stacks of books in my room right now. I'm getting through one by one. I got information, folks. It doesn't come free. I want to say hello to Sean Hargrove. I want to say hello also to who we got here. Too damn confident. She's watching via YouTube right now. Thank you for watching from YouTube. We got Stephanie Wynn. Always proud to see Stephanie Wynn coming through. Thank you, Stephanie, for popping in. Let's see. I got a library in my basement. Exactly. Sean Holgrove, I'm glad you have a library in your basement because that's what it takes, folks. Mind stimulation starts with yourself. Read, read, read. And if you are doing this, let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you how the laws of attraction work. This is by law, folks. When you learn to stimulate your own mind, you're going to meet other people that's going to do more stimulation into your mind. They're going to feed you more data. They're going to help you get to another level. You're going to start meeting mentors. You're going to start meeting people who are experts in areas where you want to be successful in. These things are going to happen. By law, they're supposed to happen. These are God's laws. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you do not learn to stimulate your own mind, you will continue to gravitate dumb-ass people in your circle. You will continue to gravitate negative, cynical people in your circle. Continue to gravitate people who do not want to see you win because they don't want to win. That's right, Stephanie Wynn. It will happen by design. It will happen by design. So where am I going and where am I sharing this with you? Why am I sharing this with you, folks? I'm sharing this with you, and as you guys know, I've been speaking, I've been doing this for over 10 years, close to 20. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because there is an agenda to shut you down that you have no idea about it. When I was sharing people what that agenda is, people was not ready to receive it. So instead of me stopping, instead of me trying to push that education on people, I'm just telling you what you need to do so that when those agendas hit home, it won't hardly affect you. So I'm not telling you what the agenda is no more. I'm just helping you grow. I'm just helping your personal development. That's all I'm going to do now. I'm back to my normal platform. I ain't talking about COVID stuff no more, the agenda, because I know what I know, and I'm not going back and forth with people over shit that I know. But the political arena, I know a whole lot of shit that people won't believe that I know. I have files, all kinds of stuff that's dirt on a lot of people in the policies that you guys keep voting for. But I'm not sharing that information. Not doing that anymore. I'm going back to my platform, personal development, business development, helping you grow, helping you become a free thinker. Because if you're not going to be a free thinker within these next several years, you will be toast. I'm talking about the economy, I'm talking about everything. You got to be a free thinker. You can't be a free thinker if you're not willing to stimulate your mind. Because that's where growth started. Growth comes from mind stimulation, folks. Like I said, a lot of women say they're looking for a man to stimulate their mind. And a lot of women aren't getting that. And the reason why a lot of women are not getting that is because they're not stimulating their own damn minds. See, you got to understand, you got to follow the natural laws of the universe. You can't require or ask something of somebody that you don't possess yourself. That's not in you. And you wonder why you can't get it is because the laws of the universe do not permit you to get it until you learn to do it for yourself. I want a man that can stimulate my mind. You ain't stimulating your own damn mind. You're not reading. You probably haven't picked up a book since you graduated. You probably on TV all goddamn day, looking at reality TV shows, on social media, wondering who won some rap battle, what celebrity beefs is going on. I mean, I see it on YouTube. I see a lot of stuff on YouTube as I'm watching videos. The algorithm of YouTube is putting up more of the videos that I like to watch. But now it's starting to show videos that I'm not even interested in. I'm like, I don't watch videos like this, so why is this showing up on my timeline in YouTube? I mean, it's like black people on YouTube, the black YouTubers trying to expose other black YouTubers, trying to downplay and be negative towards other black YouTubers. I'm like, this is the type of shit I don't even want to see. I don't even know why this popping up. But it's forcing you folks, the media, the social media, the mainstream media is forcing things upon you that they want you to be entertained by. It's a war, folks. It is a war. And many of you are losing. You need to be watching. If you're going to get on YouTube, watch something that's going to help you grow. There's Brian Tracy out there, Les Brown is out there, Lisa Nichols out there, John Assaroff's out there, John C. Maxwell out there, James Arthur Ray is out there, Dr. Willie Jolly. There's so many people out there. Mark Cuban is out there. Elon Musk is out there. These people who are known to be world-class people who are very, very successful in areas that you may want to be successful in. Whatever your goal is in life, whatever your dream is, whatever your passion is, why don't you YouTube it and see who the experts are in your industry and learn from them? Grant Cardone is out there. But you want to look at Kim Kardashian. You want to look up rap battles between Gucci and whoever this other person is that he supposed to be rapping against. You want to know about who beefing with Busta and T.I. And at the end, after you finish watching all that shit, what do you have? What do you have? Us as a black community, we don't own a damn thing. We own nothing. Every other race in this country owns something but us. But I'm going to tell you what we do own. We own a whole bunch of negativity and trying to destroy one another. That's what we own. We own this big ass bowl of bullshit. And that entertains us. This is why we are poor in this country as a whole. But let me tell you something, folks. You are the author of your life. The author of your life. The question, though, is will generations after you be inspired by your story, or will they be despised by it? Have you earned a spot to be in your family's Hall of Fame? Let me ask you that question again. Have you earned a spot to be in your family's Hall of Fame? Have your family taken new heights because of something you've done? You look at the Arab world. You have the Sunni Muslims. You have the Hashemite Muslims. Good to see you, Goldie. You have the Sunni Muslims over there. You have the Hashemite Muslims. And this is what they don't tell you. You hear Elon Musk. You hear Jeff Bezos. They go back and forth to be the wealthiest men in the world. Let me tell you, they are not the wealthiest men in the world. The Sunni Muslims, the Sunni royal family is worth $1.5 trillion by themselves. The Hashemite royal family is around the same. Trillions of dollars. Because they have a better trade system over there than what we do here in the United States. See, the people who benefit on our trade is China. The people who benefit those trades over in the Arab world are the Arabs. Because they don't let anybody take their money. People take our money over. So as I'm sharing this with you folks, I'm preparing you for a way. I'm preparing you for a way to be a free thinker, to stimulate your own mind. Because you're going to gravitate new people in your circle that's going to stimulate your mind. I mean, people who stimulate in my mind are people from the royal family of the Hashemite royal family of the Kingdom of Jordan. Because of this project we're getting ready to start soon. Those people stimulate my mind. Millionaire investors are stimulating my mind because they're involved with this project as well. People like Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, James Ray, John Assaroff, they stimulate my mind. John C. Maxwell, he wrote the book, The 5 Levels of Leadership. I can give you all kinds of books. I just got a book last week by Andy Andrews. He wrote How Do You Kill 11 Million People? Read that book, folks. Just go by the title, read it. Biology for Dummies. I got that book sitting in there, right in my room. Stimulate your mind, folks. You gotta stimulate your mind. I'm telling you, it's not fun to be broke and stupid. That's not fun. You gotta stimulate your mind. When you stimulate your mind, your vision becomes clearer on the things that you want to accomplish. But don't get caught on how you're going to accomplish it. Just put a commitment to it. Put a commitment behind the stimulation. Stimulate the mind. Figure out your own how-tos. Because the way you figure out your own how-tos is to first commit to it. Because the how-tos will follow the commitment. It's not the other way around. The commitment does not come after the how-to. See, a lot of people get stuck there. Oh man, how am I going to go about doing it? That's none of your business. That's God's business. Your business is to commit to it. And if you show the universe that you have a full commitment, the universe will show you how it's going to get done. But you got to commit to it. And you will succeed if you learn to stimulate your mind. Therefore, you will get other people in your life that will continue to stimulate your mind. Why? It's because they're going to share data with you and then they're going to hold you accountable. Some of them will even want to be your accountability partner Because guess what? Because you learn to stimulate your mind, you're going to help stimulate theirs too. And they're going to help stimulate yours. That's what accountability partners are. They hold each other accountable to the goals and dreams and aspirations they have for themselves. But if you're not stimulating your mind, you will get a whole circle full of losers. And let me tell you something. If you raise the bar, you will lose the losers. But if you lower the bar, you will lose the winners. So in order for you to raise the bar, you got to stimulate your mind. Got to pick up some books. I read. And if guys hear me speak so many times, I'm always talking about reading. Why? Because we don't do it. Especially for us black folks. They said if you want to hide something from a black person, you put it in the book. Damn it if that ain't true. I've been hearing that since I was a kid. And I've always said, listen, folks, ever since I was a child in high school, I've been hearing that. And I've said to myself, I said, I would not be one of those people. Man, I got so many. I mean, there's a book called Revolutionary Suicide by Huey P. Newton. Man, that book was powerful. I read Message to the Black Man by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, Opportunity Knocks by a gentleman by the name of Pat Mesiti, who's over from Australia, Change or Die by a gentleman by the name of Alan Dushman. Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, Put Your Dream to the Test by John C. Maxwell, It Ain't Over Until I Win by Les Brown, Your Best Stuff by Les Brown's mentor, Mike Williams. Change Your Mind, Change Your Life by myself. I still read my own book. There's so many books. 21. There's Andy Andrews' book I just got. How to Heal 11 Million People. Got that. The Millionaire Next Door. I got that. Think and Grow Rich. I said that. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Read that twice. Conspiracy of the Rich, Robert Kiyosaki. I can keep naming books, folks. I can go all night naming books that I've read, and I got books in my shopping cart that I'm getting ready to get to. And gentlemen, let me say something else to you. When you stimulate your mind, folks, when you stimulate your mind, everything else around you change. Even understanding your dress. When you out dealing with business, gentlemen, you put a suit on, put a damn handkerchief in your suit. That distinguishes you from the average. Put a handkerchief in your suit. Like Dr. Dennis Kimbrough said, if you look the part, talk the part, act the part, think the part, walk the part, then goddamn it, you will get the part. But it starts with mind stimulation. You got to be around people that's going to stimulate your mind. And in order for that to happen, you got to learn to stimulate your own mind. You got to pick up books you have to read, because your conversation, your intellect will grow to the level of those people coming into your circle, stimulating your mind. Going to networking events. Stimulating your mind. I hope this is making sense. I hope this has been helpful to you guys. Please share the video if you will. If this has been helpful, please put that in the comments and say thank you, this has been helpful. And that's all I want to do is help you. If this wasn't helpful, share it anyway, because there is someone you know that can benefit from this video. So with that being said, I want you to do me a bigger favor, and that is to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you. and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks, and have a great day.